All right. So, Levi, the stage is yours. And let's have it. Tara.
So, hi, my name is Levi ko. So, I'm a busker sa FEU. So, sa mga nakakilala sa akin, usually I use love poetry cliche. Pero ngayon, I saw Brave. So, nakita ko yung Brave sa mismong ano. So, hindi pa ako nakagawa ng tula. So, impromptu to. Pero may idea ko. So, title ng piece na to, Tenga. It's about poetry and pagkakanta. Pagkukumpara ko siya. So, sana magustuhan niya. Manunula. Manunulat na gumagawa ng tula. Ngayon, ng bida ng ating serye ay yung mga makata walang hawak gitara, walang hawak na kahit anong instrumento, kundi dala-dala lang nila yung mismong bunganga nila. Yan yung pinapakita ko ngayon. Pakinggan nyo sana yung meron sa aking puso. Kung saan sasabihin ko sa inyo kung ano yung tunay, mas nauna. Paparamdam ko sa inyo kung anong unang napakinggan ng mga tenga. Wala akong hinanakit sa ibang tao, ngunit nagkaroon ng hinanakit sa puso. Kung saan nagkaroon ng pagkahanga sa isang dalaga na gusto ko. Ngunit mas ginusto yung isang lalaki na kumakanta. Doon ko nabuo. Ako'y nagtataka. Anong pinagkaiba ng kanta at pagtutula? Pareho naman sa entablado. Pareho naman lumalabas sa bunganga. Ngunit parang isa lang pinapakinggan ng tenga. Sa ito ang uso pa, kinakalimutan yung pinanggalingan, kinakalimutan kung ano yung mas nauna. Ano bang mas nauna, tula o pagkakanta? Ngunit ako'y nagtataka, ba't wala na atang pagtutula akong naririnig sa aking tenga? Ganito ba talaga? Kapag kinakalimutan yung pinanggalingan, kung saan kinakalimutan kapag meron ng naabutan, then mas maganda atang pinapakinggan ang mismong talento ng isang tao. Hindi na kailangan ng instrumento, kung saan hindi na kailangan ng gitara, hindi na kailangan ng hibla ng linya, kung saan hindi na kailangan magpatugtog. Kasi mismong bunganga niya ang magsisilbing instrumento. Hindi ko na kailangan ng mga tugtog na katulad ng boom, bat, kung ano-ano pa. Kasi mismong tula ang nagsisilbing instrumento kung saan naaakit ng maraming tao. Ngunit ako'y nagtataka, parang nawawala na yun. Ganito na ba talaga kapag unting-unti nang nagbabago? Ang daming pagmamahal sa sining, unting-unting nawawala, nabubulag sa palakpak, sa pera, at sa halakhak. Paano ka ba talaga nag-umpisa sa panunulat? Para ba talaga sa'yo? O para sa iba? Oo naman, totoo. Ang pagsusulat, hindi mo magagawa kapag walang inspirasyon sa iba. Ngunit ito itatanong ko sa'yo, para ba sa iba o para sa sikat o sa pera? Yan yung karamihan na iniisip ko. Kung saan ang mga manunulat ngayon, hindi na nagpapakatag, hindi na nagaling dito, kundi galing na lang sa utak. Galing na lang sa utak, hindi na sa puso. Ano pang saysay ng sulat mo? Kapag nabubulag ka na mismo sa salapi at pera. Kahit anong paggawa mo o pagsulat na mismo sulat mo ngayon, kapag mismo ikaw, peke, ang lumalabas sa iyong bunganga, ang mismong tula, ay mismong patay na. So, that's my first piece. It's called Tenga. It's about poetry at music, pinagkumpara ko siya. So, yun. So, my last piece for today, second piece ko, it's about dating app. Tinder dyan, Bumble. Kasi, so ito yung cliche love ko. So, yan, sana magustuhan niya. Title ng piece na to, Kaliwa, Kanan. Isang malamig na gabi, kung saan ang unan ay nagsilbing yakapan. Ang kumot na nagbibigay ng init para mawala ang mismong kalungkutan. At kapag sama sila, kasama ang ating kama, meron na tayong kalampungan. At biglang tumunog sa aking telepono ng biglaan. At madali kong natuklasan, madali kong napagtanto, nabunyag ako sa isang app na madaming taong naglalaro. Kung saan ang pag-ibig ay makakamit dito. At makakamit mo yung pagmamahal na totoo. Kaliwa o kanan? Saan ba tayo pupunta? Sa kanan dahil gusto mo siya? O sa kaliwa dahil di siya pasok sa standards mo? Nag-download ng Bumble, ng Tinder, para meron lang makamit na forever. Ngunit parang may mali. Habang patagal ng paggamit, nakaramdam mo ng kaba. Ba't yung mga tao dito parang bumabas? Ano ba gusto nila? Jowa? O display sa social media? Nakakatawa. Ang ibig ang aking nakikita. Yung todo paninig sa Facebook na sila'y jowang-jowa. Pero pag piniem mo, sinner naman pala. Kung saan kahit ghosting, uso dito. Kung saan ang ghosting ay naging tradisyon. Yung todong ngiti ka pa, sa gabi-gabi kayong nagpupuyatan, feel na feel mo yung connection. Kasi naniniwala ka na tatagal kayo dahil meron kayong communication. Ngunit tinamaan ka ng katotohanan, isa pala siyang hallucination. Gas-gas na yung salita. Hindi na tayo tumitingin sa labas na anyo. Tanggalin na natin yung maskara. Alam naman natin ang unang tinitingnan ng mata dito. Patuloy natin sasabihin ng ugali ang tinitingnan ng ating mata. Ngunit ang tunay ay yun ng mukha. Mga bulaklak salita, yun ang madalas na sinasabi nila kapag ayaw nila nakapagtagpo sa kanila. Sisisihin si Adhana kung bakit wala silang jowa. Tapos kapag iniwan, sasabihin mga lalaki manluloko, ngunit pinili niyo yung gwapo kaysa sa seryoso at sasabihin niyo na lahat ng lalaki pare-pareho. Ngunit hindi niyo nakita, hindi kayo nakontento. At dun ko lang napagtanto, nagbibingihan ang mga tenga ko. Putak ng putak ang aking bunganga, natuklasan ko gamit ng katotohanan kung sino pa nagmahal ng sobra-sobra. Sila rin palang makakatikim ng tira-tira. Kung sa inisip ng tao, kapag application ito ay laro. Ngunit isang sampal galing sa makatang to. Hindi porket app ang ginagamit nyo, pwede nyo nang paglaruan ang puso ng tao. Baliktarin man ang mundo kahit kagwapuhan o kagandahan. Kapag yun ang motibo mo, pangit yung anyo. Dahil ang puso ay hindi dapat nilalaro. Ginagawa ito. Mabuti ng iyong mga magulang. Huwag mo sanang sayangin na 9 na buwan ng binuo ng iyong ama at ina para lang saktan ng isang Ginoo. Ngayon, tanong ko sa'yo, kaliwa o kanan? Swipe right para makamit yung taong mag-aalaga sa'yo? O swipe left para sa mga taong bumabase lang sa itsura at sa mga mapagsamantalang tao? O swipe up o super like para sa mga taong naniniwala sa totoong pag-ibig at hindi bumabase sa itsura? So that's my end of the piece. So yun yung kaliwat kanan. So please follow Levi Cosio 7, Twitter, IG. So wala po akong page, wala akong link. I create my own works pero I share them on my social media account. So please support Alabasinag. Huwag nyo sanang i-downgrade ang pagtutula kasi yung pagtutula ay grabing napakalakas ng power. Ika nga, pen is mightier than the sword. So support local. So thank you.
Thank you so much. That was Levi Ko from Alabadsinag, Tula, Pilipinas. And of course, you can have a glimpse of him in the streets in FEU. He is a busker, he is a street performer, so you can catch his pieces there once this COVID 19 gets lifted. And it will be. So let's just wait for that day. Stay safe, calm, and healthy. So, our next performer, our next poet for the night, hails from the birthplace or the birth province. Uh, of course, probably the most important poet of this country, of the Philippines, Francisco Balagtas. From Bulacan, that's all welcome from Alabasinag, Tila, Pilipinas, Laya, Manila, and is a very very active person in business now and also in the party scene. I heard, and getting time of her life also out there. Let's all welcome Crystal Trinidad.
Hello.
Hello, Crystal. We can hear you. And
Oh,
hello,
oh.
hi.
Uh, Hi, good evening. So I am Crystal Trinidad from Live Manila, Alabad and of course the youngest member of Haraya International Group of Poets. Unang-una po, thank you po sa opportunity na binigay po ngayon ng Alabat Sinag and Read Poetry. So, ang unang pyesa ko po na to is all about, actually nasulat ko lang siya nung punta ako sa isang Robinsons Mall. Tapos, nag-CR ako. Tapos nakita ko, pagpasok ko doon, sira yung CR. Tapos, parang naisip ko, sira yung lock. Parang naisip ko, sa dami-dami ng CR doon, ng pintuan na papasukan ko, why I go on that one na sira pa. So, it wasn't expected anything. So, ang title po ng pesang to is Kandado Pinagtagpo, ngunit hindi itinadhana. Oras nasaan? Minsan ka na bang nabigo? Minsan ka na rin bang sumuko? Alam ko, hindi na ito kaiba dahil sa panahon natin ngayon, di na yan bago. Ang maniwala at magtiwala sa mga walang hanggang pangako na patuloy namang napapako. At ngayon, nagpapatuloy pa rin siya. Ginagambala ang inyong kasukulukuyan dahil ayaw niyang ipalimot sa iyo ang mga nakaraan. Dahil simple lang, gusto ka niyang malugmok sa kahirapan, maging sa kawalan ng pag-asa. July 17, 2010, humigit kumulang ang hindi mabilang na sugatan dahil sa sila ay nasaktan. Ang ilan sa kanila ay binaliwala, hindi pinanghawakan ng tama. At ang karamihan dito ay iniwan o naiwan sa paanong paraan. Hindi rin nila alam basta sila ay nasaktan sa magkakasulungat na dahilan at sa magkakaibang paraan ng paalam. Lampas ilang taon na ang nakalilipas, hindi pa rin nakararating ang hustisya sa mga nasaktan at nabaliwala. Lampas ilang taon na rin ang nakalilipas mula nang sinabihan ka ng malaya ka na, hanggang dito na lang paalam, pero hindi. Hindi ka pa rin malaya, di ba? Umamin ka. Umamin kang hindi dahil sa araw at gabing nabubuhay ka ay ginagambala ka pa rin ng inyong nakaraan na parang isang lagim sa dilim na pilit pinagbubuklod pilit ang noon sa kasalukuyan. Na kung minsan mo mang maisigaw sa kalawakan, ang lahat ng sakit na iyong nadama ay siya namang pilit binabalik na mayroon pang interes na kasama. Paulit-ulit na ipinapadama sa iyo ang sakit. Hapdi, kirot at pait, sakit, hapdi at kirot at pait, at ayaw mo na ng ganito, hindi ba? Pero teka, aba, talaga namang sinusubukan ka 2 linggong nakaraan matapos niyang sabihin ng katagang ayoko na, sawa na ako. Tapos isang araw, Nakita mo may kasama na siyang iba. Gusto mo silang tiisin, galit na galit ka na noon sa sobrang sakit na hindi mo kayang tiisin. Ang sakit-sakit, galit na galit ka na noon, handang-handa ka nang pumatay. Nampas ilang taon na ang nakalipas, 57 tula, kanta at kwento na ang naialay mo. 31 dito ay may tema na sana ako na lang ulit. Sana tayo na lang. Ilang araw na lang ay kakasal na silang dalawa. Hanggang ngayon ay humihingi ka pa rin ng hustisya. October 3, 2015, 400 millimeters ang bumuluhos na ulan sa loob ng 6 na oras na nagdulot ng malawakang pagbaha. Nakaapekto sa halos 4 na milyong katao. 400 millimeters na rin ang luhang bumuluhos mula dyan sa mga mata mo. Mukha ka ng bangkay. Mukha ka ng patay. Mukha ka ng patay na naghahanap ng karamay. Kaya nangako ka sa sarili mo na magpapaganda ka. Dahil diba, Chuck, pag maganda ka, babalik siya sa'yo. Dahil iba na ngayon, ganda na ng mukha ang basehan. Dahil ito na ang modernisasyong pagkakakilanlan. Kaya kapag maganda ka, Chuck, tanggap ka sa lipunan. Halos ilang milyon na ba ang nagamit mo sa pagpapaganda, ngunit hindi pa rin siya bumabalik. E di sana, kumain ka na lang. O di kaya'y nag-travel. O di kaya'y tumulong sa mga nangangailangan. Mas masaya ka pa siguro. Year 2017, noong dumating ang bagyong ikaw, mayroon itong lakas na 315 kilometers per hour na bumulusok at nagdulot ng isang malawakang pananakit. Sa damdaming pilit mang ikubli ay nakakaramdam pa rin ng pait at bumulusok, nang bumulusok, nang bumulusok at pumatay ng lampas ilang milyong damdamin. At ng gabing yun, hindi mo maiwasang mag-isip dahil ang iyong puso ay tumitibok na naman. At hindi ito yung ordinaryong pagtibok na dahil sa ikaw ay buhay, kundi ang puso na pilit kumakaway sa hinaharap at ang puso na gusto nang tumaliwas sa tunay na nararamdaman 315 kilometers per hour kung susukatin ang sakit at ang bilis ng pagpintig dahil sabi mo, ayaw mo na ulit nasaktan. Kung makareklamo ka, akala mo daig mo parang isang political prisoner. Gumawa ka pa ng mga tula at kanta, alam niyo, at so nag-move on ka na. Pagkatapos ng ilang buwan, lumabas ka ng bahay, nagpasabog ka ng yellow confetti ala EDSA 1986. Wala man tayo sa ilalim ng diktadorya ni Ginoong Marcos o sa pananakop ng mga Kastila, pero kaliwat kanan pa rin ang isyu ng ating bayan. Na kesyo hindi ka makausad dito sa lipunan dahil sa ating pamahalaan, ayan, napakarami pa nating kailangang bunuin, kaya kilos. Hindi ka nakakandado sa magkakasalungat na dahilan dahil tayo ay may kanya-kanyang pangailangan. Ikaw, ako, tayo. Ikaw, ako, tayo ay may prinsipyong pinangahawakan at maniwala ka na hindi man kayo pagtagpuin ng tadhana sa ngayon, ay darating pa rin ang tamang panahon at pagkakataon. Kaya maghintay, maniwala, at magtiwala. Kandado, pinagtagpo ngunit tinadhana. Kandado, pinagtagpo ngunit hindi tinadhana. Ayan, thank you so much po. That was my first piece. Excuse me.
Thank you so much, Crystal. Thank you so much, Crystal Trinidad from Bulacan. Now, for our next performer, and our last for our roster, we are so honored to have her here and here at We Poetry. Our next performer is an author of the book in Hong Kong and a poet of Peel Street Poetry, as she has been a part of the Poetry Out Loud Hong Kong and has been an observer of the lives of Filipino domestic workers there in the territory. And she had graced the stages of TEDx Wan Chai, of course, and she she's a type of poet who shared the life of a Cinderella life of 24 hours of happiness when she graced the stage of TEDx, and she had reflected a lot of how it is to live in Hong Kong as a migrant worker. Let us all welcome from Hong Kong live, and it is her birthday also. Let's all welcome Cecile Casas.
Hello.
Hello, happy birthday, Sas!
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And it's midnight, and thank you for staying in and had supported this entire event. Thank you so much, Sas.
Yeah, it is my pleasure to be part of this program. And I was so surprised to see most of the poets, if not all, are so young. And I'm so happy to, see and discover actually that we keep on spreading the spirit of poetry in the Philippines at a very young age. It's so
Yeah.
nice.
Yes, and I bet that they will learn much from your heart with your pieces tonight.
Well, to be honest, I feel like I don't belong. I mean, the genre is like it's more of the delivery, yung messages ng kanilang poets. It's more on love and politics, and
Mm,
even the songs. It's more of it touches issue of society, especially love. Um,
mm,
I've been away from the Philippines, but always in and out of Manila. I've been in Hong Kong for the past 12, going 13 years, and even the relationship with my children is like it's becoming strange because of the distance. But I'm so surprised to see kids, or I still consider very young people to be delivering these messages through slum poetry.
yeah,
So okay,
yeah.
without further ado, and I am 44 at this very moment, so I am going to start with where I am from. All my pieces are written in English, sadly, because my command in Tagalog is not really that good. So I'll start introducing myself with a poem where I am from. I am from the island of Guimaras, from the barn and haystack. I am from the lump of mud in the paddy fields, the color of the earth smudged on my face. I am from the herd of buffaloes grazing, the pungent scent of dried fish cooked over charcoal that clung to my skin has faded. I am from the hills and mountains, from Nicanora and Felipe. I am from the parables and hand-me-downs. I am from the barrio, who share viands and sorrow. I played hide and seek under the lunar eclipse. I was told that the moon was devoured by a serpent. I am from the grandparents' wisdom served in the portrait of the mango bloom, alongside the aromatic rice coffee. My arms became strong from hammering nails that kept the bamboo slabs of my bed to unity. In front of my birth home is the breathtaking sunrise dramatically peeping over Mount Canlaon. A hammock gently lulls me back to the world of fairy tales. I am from the pure innocence until I towed my baggage into the land of deceiving neon lights. So that's my first piece. And when I said until I towed my baggage into the land of deceiving neon lights, it was when I decided to finally ditch my pen and paper and computer over, working abroad, like, cleaning and washing dishes. So I made a choice that actually changed my life. So I have another. You have mentioned a while ago about actually it's not a book, but it was written or it was included in an ebook. It's a compilation of poems by foreign workers here in Hong Kong. So it's about the life of a domestic helper who went out to have a 24 hours holiday, and I compared her life to Cinderella. So in Hong Kong, we call domestic helper as a tete. So Tete means big sister. And so when I was sitting one day at the Southhorn Stadium, it was like I saw women, Indonesian women and Filipinas, being very busy with themselves and changing, putting makeup, tying their hairs, wearing sexy clothes. So this poem is actually dedicated to all the domestic helpers in Hong Kong, and the title is Teterella. Busy Saturday night is almost gone. She piled the plates back as they are done. The floor is gleaming, iron clothes hang. Facebook status update, tomorrow will be fun. She turned on the tap, then started singing, washing away the 6 days of pain. Legs are sore, back is aching, nursed under the warm shower rain. She crawled to bed to hug the linen. Teary eyes glowed on a picture frame. Polished nails are glimmering pink, carefully outlining the red pouting lips. Her long black hair cascaded her shoulders, a skimpy tube on top a miniskirt. She grabbed a fancy Gucci bag. Pointy stilettos crackled out loud. She sprayed a scent of Victoria's Secret and then sashayed her hips out the metal gate. She breathed the air of one-day freedom in the city where flashing lights are neons. She scanned the sea of foreign faces amidst blinding strobe lights and wine glasses. Shoulder pats and kisses on her cheeks while inviting dance floor gladly awaits. She cared less. She ruled the world. Loud laughter booms on a party mood. And then a pair of strong arms enveloped her waist, and into the dim corner they embraced. She fooled the guy like she did a while, told him she's Anna, Diane, Ruth, or Carla. But none of those names she's best known. Simply a sweet and loving Tete back home. The clock is pointing at 8:30. Her heart is beating fast. She can't be late. She washed off the paint of a masquerade. Sunday happiness is over. To the flat she left. And hello. Hello.
Hi, Sess.
Yes.
Hi.
Yes. So
That
that was
that's the
Quetzalcoatl. That was actually translated into Chinese and was published on an ebook called Wishing Well. And the title of the ebook Wishing Well was actually coined or taken from my second piece published. It's a prose. The title was The Game That Binds. And so, lastly, I would like to share this poem. This is very important to me because this is a personal experience, taking care of an elderly. I used to be one of the caregivers. I mean, taking care of an elderly, no children, no son, no daughter to take care of her. So I go to the home care to take care of her. And so sadly she passed away at a very short time that I was taking care of her. So one night I was thinking of her, and all of a sudden this popped into my head, and I just took my phone and just wrote it. So this is the last piece. The title is Cecilia. The pungent smell of Clorox is hostile and unwelcoming to my sunflower patterned blouse. The floor is wet and sticky of spelt congee and saliva. I picked up the white ceramic spoon that Kong Kong dropped while forcibly taking the bib off his neck. Helpless, he cries out for help. I loosened it. The caregiver gave me a blank look, her white surgical gloves concealing guilt. I can read her mind, but she cared less. Popo's whizzing sound, gasping for breath, jives with the clattering of aluminum tray full of bowls of lukewarm mashed choysam adorned with minced meat and carrot on top. The meal of the day has been served, but no one dared appeal for a refill. So I traversed the hallway of sadness on the third floor of Black Sea, my pace in the rhythm of Chinese opera blaring over the public address speakers. The smell of medicine and urine backdrop by checker pajamas, adult diapers, wheelchairs, and a gurney. Frail bodies behind the beige curtains. Sorrow is an understatement. On bed 304 lies a tired, demented soul whose life back then was full of vibrance. My monotonous voice, greeting hello, is reciprocated with a captivating smile. She asked if I can turn on the lights so I could see how do I look like. It's nap time. That's the first instance I lied. Diabetes robbed the colors and made her blind. But I did not let the truth spoil the day. She gently drew me closer, creased hands clasping over mine. Her favorite perfume that I am wearing brought her to reckoning the wonders of lost time. What is your name, beautiful woman? My name is Cecilia. Whenever you forgot my name, just remember yours. She giggled and said, what a small world. I wept in silence, my heart drowning in tears. 2 months later, a white urn sits on my lap, cover engraved with a name that happens to be mine. Thank you so much for having me here, Christian.
Wow, this is amazing. Like I've never heard that poem before from you. I've heard the other one.
Yeah.
Uh,
So,
that
yeah.
powerful imagery. My goodness.
Yeah. So this was written like, my kind of writing style is every time I'm thinking of, I'm very much driven of a certain feeling. I just, get my phone, take it out or a notebook and jot it down and write it. It's not that I have to write the first stanza and come back tomorrow or the next day and continue. It's just like, it's a one time. It's a one go. And it's as far as I can remember, I wrote those poems like at 2 o'clock in the morning. So like what I've told you,
Huh.
I'm a very certified night owl. That's why. No problem me waiting to be like, performing at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but based on what I know, a lot of artists, not just poets, are really nocturnal people, and I suppose I mean, what is it about these hours, like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., that makes you love writing?
Oh, I remember myself to be, staying awake like wee hours of the morning. Like, our home in the province. There's like, our nipa roof. It's made of nipa. It's like or coconut leaves. It's there's a hole in it. So if the moon is full, it's like, and there we don't have electricity during the time. So when the moon is full and the stars are there, it's like I'm watching them through that hole. It's like I stay awake until such time that it's already morning, and that's why at daytime I'm so sleepy. And so I think I think this has been my nature already. And
Mhm.
so, why 2 o'clock in the morning? 2 o'clock in the morning because this is the quietest time, and this is the time where most of the people are asleep. Most of
Mm.
the busy minds during the day are so relaxed. This is a very religious time for writers or for poets. Like, and this is
Mm.
the the most crucial time wherein we contemplate over our lives, our
Mm.
lives, important decisions that we make in our lives. And so, yeah,
Mm.
I take advantage sometimes. So most of the poems that I wrote, I haven't really written a nice poem written on the daytime. Most of the times, like
Oh.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, or 3 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, when I feel like writing, I just grab my phone, in a dark room and write it. So if you notice, I don't really expose myself into that fluorescent lamp because it hurts my eyes.
And it feels like there is much safety in, you find solace
Yeah,
in the
the
dark.
solitude. The solitude actually drives you to write.
Mm. I mean, for you, like being in Hong Kong for longer than a decade. I mean, have you ever written a piece for Hong Kong?
Oh, very much so. I've been planning to compile my works and
Mm,
my gladly my co-poets at Peel Street Poetry. Peel Street Poetry is an organization or a club wherein expatriates, poets from uh, every part of the world convene there to share their pieces. So it's a
mm,
very warm place. I mean, it's a place wherein there is no discrimination or whatsoever. That's the place where I find courage to deliver. I
mm,
find a drive to express what I feel. Wherein
mm,
most of the pieces that I wrote actually was read at Peel Street Poetry for the first time, and most
mm.
I have a few that I haven't read yet.
Um, would you mind sharing maybe a piece that you have kind of kept from the stage, um, like an actual stage, and maybe we can, if you would indulge us um, of it, that
Oh
would be
yeah,
so nice.
yes. This is the first time that I'm gonna share it,
Wow.
because I wasn't able to go
Ooh.
to Peel Street for 2 Wednesdays already because sometimes I'm just too tired from work, and sometimes the situation now actually keeps me from roaming around. So this poem actually is written for my daughter.
Mm,
Uh, I have two kids. I'm a single mom, and this is for her because I when I left the Philippines to work in Hong Kong, she was only about 6 years old, going 7. Oh wait, oh yes, I found it. So this is the first time I'm gonna share this poem. So yeah, the title
thank
is
you.
No More Lies. I said shop to Toys R Us to buy a Barbie. I showed you the catalog. I have memorized my dialogue, rehearsed the lines a dozen times. My one-way ticket to Hong Kong was confirmed. A holiday. But it's not a holiday. There's no such thing. A holiday does not involve mopping the floor. A holiday is not about ironing clothes while constantly checking the boiling soup. It is car washing at 12 degrees cold, making sure the windshield is spotless, sparkling like teardrops in the dark. Clear as the lies I made up so you won't cry. You were only 6 anyway. You believe whatever I say. But time reveals secrets. Long nights conceal pain. From letters to video calls, innocence to boldness. And I can't lie no more. The boxes kept coming, containing Lego, Barbie, a Lion King, and Pinocchio. I've sent a photo of my first day off beside Black Man, and the tall tale is over. There is no holiday. There is, but sadness, pain, agony, and cold nights. I was scolded for not being perfect, or not perfecting this steamed egg. Perfect means no bubbly surface. Perfect means perfect. And I'm not, because I lied. I lied when I said I'm coming home for Christmas. I lied when I told you I had a good day. I lied when I said it's okay when your father left. But my nights were darkest, my pillows wet. I sent you my first selfie with a phone I loaned. After the 2 years contract, I signed another. I broke my promise that I'll go home to be with you, but I announced on your graduations. You were overwhelmed because I didn't tell I'm coming. Our smile's perfect on the photo at a count of 3. And I left again with not much wisdom. There is no more hugs and goodbyes, just waves and broken smiles. No more boxes sent, no more Lego, No more Barbie, but Adidas, some Nikes, and hand-me-downs. The excitement on your face were not the same, with your neck craning at the arrival on my first holiday. I took a taxi home, alone. I couldn't wait to open my luggage, with more gifts, no more toys, and lesser lies. 14 days, 2 weeks of avoiding questions, 2 Sundays of going to church. I even missed the full moon because I am committed. The conversation scarcer, eyes contacts of a stranger. Interrogating silence, I wept as soon as the plane ascended. There's no more toys. There's only metallic anger and egos hurting. No more lies, no more boxes. The holiday story is over. So that's it.
Um. Says
Yes.
why I'm. Um. The lines in that poem, like I was like looking at like the time. I was like, why do I have to be heartbroken at like almost 1 a.m.? Um. Um. I. I think a few lines that really struck me was like cleaning windows and like washing tears.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sparkling
Uh,
tears.
Sparkling tears. Oh my god. Then the taxi home alone.
Yes, yes.
And the when you fewer lies, lesser lies. No, no,
No more toys, lesser lies.
lesser lies. For me, that struck a lot of heartstrings for me.
I think
Um.
this is this is a very common feeling for this is the common denominator. This is the feelings that we all feel as OFW.
Mhm.
Not just domestic helpers, also seafarers, nurses, doctors, engineers, construction workers abroad. It's very tough to be leaving kids with your parents, or like,
Mm,
if you remember Napakasakit Kuya Eddie, that was the song when, that
yeah.
was composed by a correct me if I'm wrong, but it was composed by a an OFW that when he left
Mhm.
Philippines, he has only 2 kids. When he came back, he has 3. But of course,
Yes.
the youngest one is not his, because
Right.
he's had a relationship. This is actually, this is not new.
Reality.
It's a very common story for OFWs, which is sad, but we have to face the reality.
Yes, and I do remember well, that was the time that I also met you in Hong Kong. Um and I had a piece about ang gabi ng mga bayani, and it like it's just so it's heartbreaking, but the things it happens, and we cannot accept the fact that it does happen. But for you, I mean, as a poet, I mean, the loneliness was a inspiration for you. Uh, but like moving forward now, um, if you're going to write about something that's not about being an OFW, like what else would you want to write about?
So yeah, I don't really write about love. If I do, I keep it for myself. Like,
Mm,
I'm quite shy to, like, at my age, but I do have really decent pieces about love, and
mm,
sometimes, I go political. Depends. So yeah,
depends.
depends. So if I join a slam poetry contest, depending on the prompt that they are going to give us, I think I am flexible. I can write any, depending on the mood.
It depends on the mood, and it depends on the event, I suppose, as well.
Yeah, I think so.
And so do you have any plans in coming I mean coming back here in the Philippines anytime soon?
Oh well, actually, I'm in the Philippines once every 2 months. I mean, in
Oh
Makati.
wow.
I have work in Makati. Like you remember, I was there when you actually, uh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So it said for me to like join that poetry night, but it was moved to another place. So I was
Mm,
there. The last time I was there was January, and I just couldn't go back now. I have work. I have work in the Philippines to attend to. So once in a while in Makati. So just now I'm being held up hostage by COVID in Hong Kong. So it's like
yeah.
the movement is free. I mean, we have freedom to like go around, but we take extra, precautionary measures because this
Mhm.
thing is harsh than what we think it is.
It is, and I think it's the spread is very
Yes, yes,
it's
please, please.
rapid.
Yeah. We have been experiencing this like months before you experienced this in the Philippines. That's why I'm telling my friends and even our staff in Makati that please take extra precaution. And actually, I sent like 7 boxes of masks to Makati for
Mm,
them to use because
right.
I heard you got nothing to buy in the ano, dispensaries,
The
drugstores,
pharmacies,
stores, yeah, pharmacies.
yeah. I think we'll get to a level of maybe stabilizing how we're handling the situation. I mean, I think Singapore is doing much better. Hong Kong has stepped up much earlier than most countries.
Mhm.
But like for you now, with this COVID crisis, are we going to be expecting more poems in relation to that?
I think so. I think so. I think I've written one. I think like I posted. Sometimes I just post it on Facebook randomly.
Mm,
Yeah, this situation actually calls us to be extra cautious and to be disciplined, more disciplined. We have to like follow what the authorities say. It's not that oh, COVID lang yan, Filipino kami. We only have one life. We have to remember that.
yeah,
Sometimes I feel I am so amused about the memes on Facebook. I really laugh at this situation, but sometimes I I feel bad that well we can go party next time. I mean, like today it's my birthday, and
yeah,
you know that I have a baseball team, and like
yeah.
I think 50% of the team couldn't make it to attend. Like we have a small gathering on the baseball field. So like when you were used to be spending this time,
Mm,
birthdays OFWs is very important. Like it's the only day like you can spend and have time with your close friends. And yeah, sadly most of them cannot make make it and attend because their employers are keeping them and not allowing them to go out to make
mm.
sure they are away from being exposed in case there is a carrier or whomever that is sick.
I mean, it's your birthday today, so if you would love if you'd love to have a gift today, anything, what would it be?
Not just for myself, right? Or just for myself,
I
personal gift.
mean, just for yourself.
Oh well, for myself, a vaccine. A vaccine.
Yes,
You
yeah.
know
For
why? A vaccine. If I have a if I am going to have a vaccine, I mean, like I can assure that I can still write more poems.
yes,
Tomorrow,
absolutely.
tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow doesn't really gives us good promise with this situation right now. I mean, uh, all of us are not invincible. Most of
Yeah.
us are becoming more and more vulnerable each day. So, like for us OFWs, the sad part is like if we get sick and eventually if COVID takes us down, like our family members may not be able to see us. We
Mm,
won't be able anymore to like see our children, our mother, our parents, brothers and sisters. This is the saddest part. And yeah, but we have to face this reality. If you do watch the news of what's happening in Italy and in Spain now after China, so it's getting more and more. The number of deaths is actually raising each day. So we have to make sure, like we Filipinos, we are not as clinically advanced or medically advanced like Italy or France or Spain. And what we can do now to help each other is like stay home, protect
Mm,
ourselves. There
mm,
will always be days for a party. There will always be days for gathering. I know how we Filipinos are so outgoing, like going to the beach, going to the bar, going to the karaoke. But please stay away from these places for now and be closer to your family. Let's take this chance. Let's make this as an opportunity to be together with our families. Because if only I can get a plane straight to my homeland, to my province, I will. Because I
mm.
don't have a guarantee that this illness will have a solution tomorrow or next day. I mean, so what I do now is taking extra precautions, but of course I still have to go out every day to like buy my groceries and go to work. Uh, Maybe prayers also.
Yes. And prayers, hope, and our willingness to be brave in these situations
Mhm.
and to think clearly, calmly, is something that we must muster every day. So
And
thank you
yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah. By the way, I would like to
Yes.
congratulate you for thinking about this online poetry. This is brilliant, actually. So
Mm,
there is no COVID threat in this kind of platform. I mean,
yes.
you should invite more, and please. I know that in the Philippines, poetry is not really as big or as hit as bands or hip hop dance groups. But please,
Yeah.
I know you've been really been doing great, like cultivating poetry and uh, organizing events like this. This is brilliant. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Christian.
Thank you so much also. And rest assured that this will continue. Actually, next week we will have our next episode, and we're gonna grow this we're gonna reach out to more poets from anywhere in the world, because as you said, that's a good thing. There's no COVID here.
Yeah, there's no
Um
COVID here. As long as you have good internet. I think the internet connection in Hong Kong is way much better than in the Philippines. But
yes.
you can have a page like wherein you can share all your works and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, share it. So you can have like organization of poets and have a one group and keep sharing, keep writing, keep sharing. It's good.
Yes, absolutely. And I think this is one of the platforms that we can spearhead and we can continue. So thank you so much. And definitely we would love to have you back here at We Poetry.
My pleasure.
So,
Pleasure.
and I mean, it's already 1 a.m. And of course, we would have another round next week anyway. So for the jamming, we'll have that next week. Actually, we're gonna have reformatting for next week to pave ways for more open micers. And thank you so much for all of the artists who had joined today. The 12 artists who braved our pilot episode and also stayed up late with us, if there is such thing,
Yeah.
and shared their heart and their art with everyone. So, but first and before we go, I'd like to thank, of course, our sponsors. Thank you so much for our poetry partners, Expat Choice Asia, Z Hostel. We have also Tambayan Gastro Bar and Dream Wide Awake Coffee PH, and most especially, I would love to absolutely. I'm grateful for the team, that the family of five that we have, and they have been like crisis management is what we do with all the technical difficulties that
No,
we faced.
yeah, I understand. It's our pilot. That's why. I mean, this is
Yes.
this sir. This will give us, guides for the next.
Absolutely. And we're going to be better at what we're doing. And that will give more opportunities for more poets and artists to share their art. So thank you for the five, I mean, for the four, the other four. You know who you are. Um, and I am absolutely grateful. So, and all the people who had watched earlier, and also the ones who will view it on YouTube and other social media, thank you so much.
Thank you
Yes,
so much, Christian.
thank you so much, and happy birthday again!
Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you too. So here at We Poetry, we brave every single time that we take the stage, and the stage moves, and this opportunity for us to still share in times of crisis is a sign of our humanity. It's a sign of how much human and humane we can be to ourselves, on how we will face tomorrow, and how we will continue, and how we will flourish still. Because that is what art is. Art does not know any end until we say so. So until we have bravery, until we have love, until that there is one poet who says that I am a poet and I will love myself and I will love what I can share, then there is no end in poetry. And this is what we are going to be working with, the we, because we our own poetry. Thank you so much, everyone. And I hope you guys, anywhere in the world, have a great rest, and and be safe always, and trust, trust your heart, trust love, and be brave. Thank you very much, everyone. And we will see you next Saturday at 8 p.m. This is We Poetry, and we're not signing out. We're going to see you next week. Bye bye.